earlier this year, I completely reorganized my bookshelves. I unhauled a bunch of things. I made everything nice and orderly, but then I moved. And when I moved, I did not keep up with the organization of my shelves. So now I need to start over. But while I'm starting over, I'm also building my dream home library. So not only do I have a bunch of books on a bunch of bookshelves, I'm also making this like a reading lounge area. It's going to be a screen-free zone, no TV, and it's going to be the spot where I read my books, I hang out and relax, drink a cup of tea. So not only do I need to reorganize, I need to put the entire room together. I have unopened boxes of furniture that I've ordered. I've got chairs, a lamp. There's a lot of work to get done to make this room that ultimate space that I want it to be. So first thing I'm going to do is remove everything out of this room that should not be in here. Then I'm going to organize the books, which is going to take a long time because I've got them on the shelves, on the floor, in boxes, some of them. And then I'm going to do everything else this room needs to come together. Come along with me as I set up my ultimate home library. All right, so here is what we're working with. I have 4 Billy bookshelves here. This is my front door over here. I want 2 big chairs here. And then to the right, I have this corner fireplace with some stuff I need to clear off still, but a stack of books on the floor. All these bookshelves will need to be reorganized. I don't like what's where. And then now standing in front of those bookshelves, here is some stuff that just fell, but these are the chairs in the boxes and some other stuff I need to open and put together. And then farther away in the dining room, I have 2 more bookshelves. I have that little stand-up desk. I have a box full of junk. I have a little stand. I don't know what I'm doing with that stuff. Here's a closer look. Small stack of books over here. So the first thing I'm going to tackle is the books. I don't like taking all the books off the shelf. It's too much work. I do have a fold-out table that I'm going to put up so I have somewhere to organize without straining my back. And then I'm going to get to categorizing and filling up the shelves. I've cleared off the dining room shelves, and I've made the decision to put the mysteries and thrillers in the dining room. I chose those because they're so dark, the spines of them, and I don't love how dark that section of the bookshelves are. So I'd rather put it in here. This could be like Murder Corner. Working on the name for that still. And we could keep like more genres mixed together because mystery thriller is my biggest genre, and I think it'll fill up this whole section. And then we could have more stuff mixed together, rainbows. So I organize my shelves by genre, read and unread. Gonna start moving the mystery thrillers in here so then I can have my canvas of the 4 shelves to work with next. Alright, I ran out of steam last night, but I'm back today. All the books are on the shelves. Maybe not exactly where they belong, but close enough. I'll go through at a later point and organize them a little bit more, but they're at least organized by genre, read or unread, and pretty much where they should be. So let me show you. First up, we have what I'm still calling Murder Corner. It's stuck. These are all read thriller mysteries. These are all unread. That's right, I have 5 shelves of unread mystery thrillers. And then at the bottom of this one, we have the James Patterson Women's Murder Club, which I have read all of those, but I was out of room on my red shelf. And then over here, we are organized by romance, read, and unread. This shelf is read contemporary fiction, 2 shelves of unread contemporary fiction, and then below that we have Throne of Glass, the Diviners series, and a stack of like classic books. That's where I went off kilter a little bit. I couldn't figure out what to do there. This is a combined shelf for genres that wouldn't all fit together. Read fantasy, sci-fi, and horror books. Here is a shelf, read or unread are mixed together for these ones because they're just pretty leather-bound copies of books. Then we have a shelf of read fantasy books, unread fantasy books, another shelf of unread fantasy books, and then at the bottom here, unread fantasy books. If you see my shoes, these are my inside the house shoes. They've never been outside, so don't judge me thinking I'm walking around carpet in my outside shoes. Since we're down here, unread fantasy at the bottom, unread horror here. I had a couple extra, so I guess I can just stick them down here for now. These are all read horror books. Above that is read sci-fi books, unread sci-fi books, unread sci-fi books. Last shelf we have unread nonfiction at the top, unread nonfiction here, read nonfiction here. Again, I guess I could just stick those at the end. Unread fantasy, more of that, yeah. Oh, young adult books. So these are read young adult books. And then the very bottom is unread young adult books. Over on the fireplace we have, well, a pumpkin. And then books that I recently hauled and books that are on my TBR for the fall. Some of those cross over a bit. And now the moment I've been dreading is it's time to build the furniture. I have 2 chairs, a little table, and a lamp. So let's get started. I did not manage to build the second chair yesterday, so that's what I'm going to work on next. But I definitely learned some lessons building the chair. It was pretty easy, but it's hard to get the back on, and then I used a hammer and I put a tiny little hole in the back fabric. But then when I used a towel with the hammer, that worked, so I should have done that the first time. But we've been enjoying this chair so far. It's very deep. I intentionally got a deep chair because I wanted to be able to cross my legs so it's deep and wide. Right now my legs are crossed and I still have room all around. But that does mean if you want to sit in the chair regular, it's a little deep. So I did pull out these pillows that I had sitting in a closet. And I also have some other options, so we'll figure out the pillow situation. Yesterday I went to a store and I picked up this big piece of marble. I think it's actually for like tossing jewelry or your keys on or something. But in my other room I have a big circle piece of marble that I use as a multi-drink coaster, if you will. So I really like having one big coaster instead of multiple little coasters. There is a divot in it though, so we'll see if that works. It is really cute. I might switch it with the circle coaster I have somewhere else, but this might stay here, not sure yet. So really I'm procrastinating talking to you because I don't feel like building the second chair, but I'm gonna get up and do it. I also have some trash management to do. While I build, I have to keep up with the trash because the cats like to come in and start chewing plastic or grabbing pieces and running away. So I have to fight the cats and build the chair at the same time. And they also just want to climb in all the pieces. So we got to make sure everyone stays safe. And then as soon as I'm done, I'm going to take all this garbage out to the dumpster, which I can't wait for that part because the boxes are really big. So let's get back to building. Let's do a mini tour. So the dining room is looking very bare. We need to figure out what to do in that space. I don't know if I want to put a table in there. This needs to go, but I don't know what to do with this space here. And I might add something to this strip of wall. And here we have the completed chair. So I am gonna take the cushion off and let it expand more, but the second chair was a lot easier to put together now that I've already done one, and I like the space. I think I want a little table or ottoman down here for you to kick your feet up on something, but I love that they swivel. I don't know if I should put the lamp in between them so that both chairs could utilize the reading light, but still working on that. And then I don't think I've actually shown you this area because it's messy, but there's a little built-in bookshelf. Right now it's housing some books I'm getting rid of and the most random crap right here. I think it'll end up being used as a desk as it was intended for. We'll see. But you will be seeing more of that built-in bookshelf area soon in another video as I work on getting rid of those books. So this feels like a part one because I still have that blank wall across for me to work with. No idea what's going there. And obviously just some more filling of the space. It's a lot of empty space right now. If you have ideas of what I should do, let me know. I definitely will continue decorating, adding furniture as I find it, but I'm also not in a rush to just get it filled. I want it to be all pieces that I love, so more to come. I'll take you along with me as I continue to improve the space, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in another one soon. Bye.